it's a great honor to present the Alumni Association's Young Alumni Award. This award is given to an alumnus or alumna under the age of 40 who has demonstrated leadership in career and civic associations and has shown strong loyalty to DePauw University. Recent recipients include Boston Celtics basketball coach Brad Stevens, CNBC on-air editor John Fort, and Teach for America CEO Elisa Villanueva Beard. Our 2016 recipient is the Program Director for Client Relations at the American Red Cross National Headquarters in Washington, D.C. She began her fundraising career in annual giving at DePauw and was instrumental in building multicultural alumni programs. She served 2 terms on the Alumni Association Board of Directors. She recently completed her term as chair of DePauw's Board of Visitors and served on the Presidential Transition Committee. Please join me in congratulating Nadia T. Mitchem, class of 1998, DePauw University's 2016 Young Alumni Award recipient.
All right, this is a great group. Congratulations, everyone. Well, thank you. I'm very excited. I'm quite humbled and flattered and all of those words that come to mind when you get something like this. And I'd like to thank President-elect McCoy and Don and the Alumni Board for this recognition. I really appreciate it. There are so many people that I think of when I reflect on who has inspired or shaped my DePauw commitment and the path that I've taken in supporting the university. First, I'd like to thank my parents who are here with me today. They're They were my first teachers, and I look at them as the ones who really shaped and gave me the values and the foundation to allow me to thrive in the classroom and as an involved student here at DePauw. And I also want to express my gratitude for the people who really shaped the educational experience, the professors. Those classroom experiences were quite transformational. And I think that when I reflect on them collectively, they really emphasize seeking understanding through conversation, through listening, and through dialogue. And for me, the DePauw classroom was truly a leadership and learning laboratory. It was in the classrooms of Steve Rains and John Dittmer and Martha Rainbolt and so many others where I was really pushed to defend my opinions and really think about why I believed a particular way. In addition, I really had to understand and embrace the fact that not everybody thought the way that I did, and that it was okay as long as we could continue to find common ground and work together. And I would imagine that many of you had similar experiences. Now, I mentioned the dialogue and the need for that healthy conversation because sometimes I feel as though civil discourse is becoming a thing of the past. And I think conversation takes time. And a lot of us don't feel like we have a whole lot of time. We live in this world of hashtags and character limits and sound bites. And I fear that we overlook the true value of having a dialogue. Now, I think that DePauw is a little different. I feel that DePauw has really remained true to encouraging free thought, and I think it recognizes how critical thinking is key to ultimately preparing young people to go out in the world and do well, and meaningfully engage here and abroad. And when I think about the people I want on my city council, or the people leading my police force, or the people that I want in the classrooms and in running our local schools, I want people who are critical thinkers. I want people who question. I want people who engage in dialogue and are willing to come to common ground. Now, I think that DePauw's been doing it right, and that's one of the reasons why I continue to stay involved. And I think that some of my most powerful life lessons came from the classrooms and sitting after dinner in Longden and sitting at the AAAS house on a lazy Saturday, exchanging ideas and talking about current events. And for those of us who benefited from that, I do feel, at least for me, that I have an obligation to pay it forward. So for those of you who are in the room as corporate leaders, as community leaders, nonprofit leaders, mentors, parents, whatever your role is, I ask that you too recall the beauty of the conversation, that you too reflect on the wonder and the enlightenment that results from an exchange and a dialogue. And really continue to push people to think outside of the box and to find common ground. I think that collectively our efforts can have a tremendous impact. And when I think about the liberal arts experience, I think that at its core, it really is trying to help people become good citizens. One of the most impactful lessons I had at DePauw, or my key takeaways, was that sometimes the question is even more important than the answer. So no matter how old we are, let us remain curious, let us remember to ask questions, let's seek understanding, and most importantly, promote civility while doing so. So congratulations to all of you who are celebrating this weekend. May you leave campus feeling inspired, proud, and reminded of the special place that DePauw is. Thank you.